friends, it's Jamie here, aka Fawful the Great 64. Kind of a sad update, I'm sure you all already know, but I just had to make a video about this. Mario has been a franchise that has been close to my heart for basically my whole life. I don't remember exactly how old I was when I first started playing Mario games, but it was probably like in the early 2000s, so I was probably like 6 or 7. And I started with Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2, and then Mario 64, and then Mario Kart, Mario RPGs. I was just all into the Mario series at that point, and a big part of that was Mario's iconic voice provided by Charles Martinet, who voiced not only Mario, but Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Piantas, plenty of one-off characters, and we just received the news that he is stepping down as the voice, basically as a voice talent for Nintendo. He's still working for Nintendo, he's still going to be a Mario ambassador, he's going to travel the world, interact with fans, spread joy, which is what Charles Martinet does best. But he won't be doing the voices anymore. And this is truly the end of an era, because he's been Mario my whole life. And now we're going to have a new Mario. And we've already heard this new Mario in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And to be honest, before this announcement, I was firmly in the boat that this has to still be Charles. It just might sound a little different because he hasn't recorded voice clips anymore, but it had to still be Charles Martinet. There's no way it would be the end of Charles Martinet as Mario already. Just because the movie had someone else doesn't mean... But then this was announced, and I'm like, wow. I never thought this day would come for years, but it's here. It's here. And he's poured so much joy into these characters. So much joy and whimsy for longer than I've been alive. Starting like in the early 90s with Mario in Real Time, Mario Teaches Typing, Super Mario Bros. Pinball Machine. Super Mario 64 is what popularized him, but it was not the first time he voiced Mario. Mario's Game Gallery. I'm pretty sure the Pinball Machine was the first time he voiced Mario in a game, but he started by doing it in real time, basically just talking to kids and people who wanted to talk to Mario. He was always there to spread joy and to just have conversations with fans, and it evolved from there. He became Luigi, Wario, eventually Waluigi. In fact, he's the only person who's ever voiced Waluigi officially, I'm pretty sure. Mario, Luigi, and Wario have all had other voice actors before Charles came along, but Waluigi has always been Charles Martinet, so I'm interested to see what they'll do with him. Please don't just completely erase him. This sounds like something Nintendo might do. They do neglect that character a lot. But anyway, Charles Martinet is retiring as the voice of Mario and all the other characters he voices. This is very hard to swallow. I actually met him back in 2021. In fact, I'll actually grab the signed print I got from that. Charles has to be one of the most wholesome people I ever had the pleasure of speaking to. He put so much joy. He had so much joy even just in casual conversation. He shouted out Super Paper Mario for me. And that was just a special moment. A special moment that I'm honored to have gotten the opportunity to speak with him. And it's just... It's hard to picture a future of the Mario series without Charles Martinet. Like, the era before he was the voice of Mario was before my time. Like, I have consumed some of that media, yes. I've watched the cartoons, I've seen the so bad it's good 90s movie. And, you know, Hotel Mario and all that. There is some charm to be found there. And Chris Pratt's performance in the movie is great, in my opinion. I don't know how controversial that take is, but it's a lot better than people were expecting it to be, at the very least. And I was fine with that. I just didn't think it would be the end of Charles Martinet in the games. But I will say, his final line being as Mario's father, "These are my boys!" What a send-off. What a send-off to an icon. Yeah. And Charles, he's earned this. He's earned this rest. He can finally move on to new adventures. And, you know, the torch had to be passed on eventually. And I'm glad it was able to be done on his own terms. He did say at one point that he wanted to voice Mario until he drops dead. But I'm glad that that's not how it ended, because that would have been a way more devastating note for it to all end on. I'm looking forward to seeing what Charles Martinet does with Nintendo going forward. Hopefully, maybe I will get the chance to meet him again one day. But yeah, it's truly the end of an era, and I have nothing but respect and joy and just good memories of all the games that Charles Martinet has graced with his iconic voice. He's just... I remember watching a video where he said in Mario Teaches Typing, the lines he was supposed to say were things like, "Oh, that was pretty bad, you did bad, that's not bad," and he requested to revise that to say, "Oh, that was pretty good, but I know you can do better." And that's just a testament to how positive Charles Martinet is as a person. He does not have a negative bone in his body, and that's something that I hope his successor channels. I hope his successor understands what was put into this character. Charles Martinet never had a negative bone in his body, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the Mario series will be like without him, but at the same time, it's never going to be the same again. So thank you, Charles, for the love and the joy you've poured into these characters and to all of our childhoods. Thank you so much! You're number one! Woohoo!
Super Pet for Mario, number one! Oh, that's so great.